Hello, teacher. My name is Nguyễn Thị Hải Ngọc, and I'm from Group 4. Today, I would like to reflect on the quasi-experimental research design and whether I would use this design in my own research context or not. Well, from my understanding, a quasi-experimental design is a research method that's used to examine the effect of an intervention or a treatment, and similar to a true experiment, it involves two groups, an experimental group and a comparison group. However, the key difference is that participants are not randomly assigned to groups. Instead, researchers work with existing groups such as different classes or schools. And one of main characteristics of quasi-experimental research is that it aims to establish a cause and effect relationship while operating in real-world setting, where random assignment is very difficult, and researchers often use pre-test and post-test to compare changes before and after the intervention. And I think quasi-experimental research can be very useful in educational context because it allows teachers to investigate the effectiveness of teaching strategy while maintaining the natural classroom environment. Actually, although I understand the values of this design, I do not think I would choose a quasi-experimental design for my future research project because currently I am a teacher at an English center and most of my classes are conducted online, and I am interested in solving a practical problem in my classroom rather than comparing different groups of my students. And in my online classes, I realize that my students are often very passive and have limited opportunity to communicate with me and other classmates. And to increase the engagement, I plan to use interactive games such as Quizy, Word, Bamboozle, or Blue Kit in my lesson. From my teaching context, I believe action research is more suitable because it allows me to identify a classroom problem and implement a solution and evaluate its effectiveness in my own teaching context. So, in conclusion, although quasi-experimental research is very useful for evaluating pedagogical intervention, I would do action research for my current teaching context because I think it's more suitable for me. And this is the end of my reflective talk. Thanks for your listening.